Here we have verse 22 of the 7th chapter, Gospel of Matthew. Jesus is giving warning concerning people who have done things in which they thought they were acting within the spirit of the Christian faith, and yet when it comes to that moment that they cry out, "Lord, Lord," he will look at them and indicate to them that he is not acquainted with them. He drives the point home even more firmly here. So we have poloi. This is from the adjective that means many. It is used here substantively, so in the masculine we'd say many men, or many people, of course, would be the idea. Erusin from ereo, less common word for to say, but fundamentally synonymous with it. Third person singular, present active indicative, so many will say, actually this is the future I should say, so many will say, indirect object to me, this is the first person dative, many will say to me, singular, in, preposition with the dative, akene te hemera, in that the day, of course idiomatically, the demonstrative pronoun uses the definite article here, but this is otherwise the dative going along with the dative or the in with the preposition that takes the dative. So many will say to me in that day, of course referring to a day of judgment, and then that makes it interesting that Jesus says to me, because of course the New Testament constantly contemplates that Jesus ultimately will function as judge, and that this is the role that he'll be playing as we hear this description. Many will say to me in that day, again the vocative, Kyrie, Kyrie, Lord, Lord, and then the negation, to, this is the article in the dative singular, so it's to so. The of you is the idea, it's very emphatic. Not the of you, or belonging to you, anomati. So did we not, with respect to the name that belongs to you, in your name, eprophetusamen, from prophetuo, which means to prophesy. Of course, the word prophetes means a prophet. This is the first person plural, aorist active indicative. Did we not prophesy? Did we preach great sermons and so on in your name, in the name that belongs to you? Same construction here, and in the of you name, anomati. Daimonia, demons, of course, here in the accusative plural. Exabolomen, from ekbalo, means to cast out. First person plural, aorist active indicative. Didn't we cast out demons in your name? And again here in toso anomati, in the name of you. Dunamis, from dunamis, it means a power, sometimes a miracle, something like that. The adjective polos, modifying this, many miracles, apoiesamen, from poieo, to make or to do. Again, this is the first person plural, aorist active indicative. Didn't we do all of these things? Of course, Christian history is replete with examples of people who have been involved in various kinds of Christian ministries and had no particular personal faith in Christ. They thought that kind of working within the umbra of the name of Christ and of the purposes of Christ in some great institutional capacity, they were thereby being recognized by Christ. And of course, Jesus here giving this rather sobering warning that just because a person was involved in a Christian ministry of some sort doesn't necessarily add up to the reality of true faith. And he's going to drive that point home somewhat emphatically in the next few statements.